Yo, 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 what's up, my trucking family? Everybody out there hitting the road hard, whether you local, over the road, regional, however it may be. Say what's up to everybody, and we blessed to see another day, because there's probably so many people that didn't make it doing this thing right here. So, touch base on my little stench and review of my last company I was with, which was Frito-Lay, and kind of gave a preview of who I'm with now. But let me just say, your boys with HMD Trucking. So, first off, I want to thank HMD Trucking and salute them for giving your boy the opportunity to take this act over the road. You dig? My hats off to y'all. Salute. Greatly appreciated. Secondly, I want to give a rundown of the process in this video of, me looking for jobs, different companies to go to maximize my CDLs and make more money for me and my family. Because at the end of the day, it's not personal, it's business. The same way with these companies. So some of them might take it personally when you switch or leave a company or whatever, but it's not personal, it's business. We all got a family to provide for. We all got needs and wants. So you got to make the best decision that puts you in the best situation to be able to accomplish all them things. With that being said, I put in for a few couple companies. Really didn't want to shout out to be a hater, but Swift and JB Hunt, they shut the door because your boy having felonies. So that means it wasn't meant to be, So I'm a God-fearing man and believe and trust fully in the Most High, you feel me? So he opened up a door and I slid in HMD Trucking. So I put in for them. They hit me back and start, checking my MVR and clearance houses and, running all that. After they ran that, I went for the drug screen, and then they were still waiting on some stuff to check out. I did all these videos and safety type things or deals online with tests or questions or whatever that you gotta get 100% right before you move forward. So I did that, and then finally, the recruiter, Maria, shout out to Maria, you know what I'm saying? She hit me back and was like, welcome to the family. Yeah, that was one thing that drew out to me about HMD when I was searching. I did my research on them before I just, jumped head first, you know what I mean? I looked them up, I looked at their reviews, looked at people that worked there, people that used to work there, reviews, and really didn't see nothing bad about them. I see, a couple of things here and there, but there was probably some disgruntled employees. We know how we get. You leave a job and you're like, man, I'm about to leave a bad review about them and post some bad stuff. So, it kind of messed they, it probably was that, because it wasn't that many. It wasn't like a whole bunch. So, did my little research, and the welcome to the family-oriented business is what kind of drew me in, that you're not just a number, you're not just a name, And I got that feeling when I finally went to orientation. So, before I went to orientation, though, they get you a rental or fly you out, or however far you is, whatever. So me being in Indiana, right next to Illinois is where the main terminal's at. They got me a rental. Man, let me tell you, they got your boy 2024 Ford Mustang. Shit, I was like, man, I'm all in already for a Mustang. I'm like, they done buttered the boy up for the roast. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, you know, they lead me to the key. You know how you so wide open, you don't know what's going on because you know they didn't hit you with the flash and glamour out the gate. You feel me? And it might not have been them. It might be the only thing the rental place had to give me. You know what I'm saying? But man, the boy arrived up there in style. So I get there, get to the room. They also pay for your room. And then my first thought was, yeah, they used all the money for this nice ass car, cause you know the staying accommodations was it was a motel, not a hotel. Now don't get me wrong, it was clean, but it was in the hood. And I ain't tripping because, you know, I came up, you know, around hood settings and the environment and all that. So, you know, I know the do's and don'ts what to watch out for and all that, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so I'm in a motel. I get up, go to orientation the next day. So, man, let me tell you, though, and this could be bad and you know, so they get you a day and a half of orientation. They rush you through orientation like, and you got to do it, and okay, we're going to be in the type of thing, and then you do this, and it's so much thrown at you, bro. Like, I don't know about nobody else that done went through a fast-ass orientation, but, man, I ain't remember none of that shit, but, hey, I'm not playing. Like, I didn't remember none of that. Like, dead ass. Like, it was so much. So the second day's a half a day. You know, your recruiter hits you up, and you know, so I had my experience. My recruiter hit me up, and he was like, you know, told me his name and this and that. And I said, well, we still in orientation. He was like, well, hit me up when you get out of orientation. So hit him up. So it was like a formal introduction to each other. You know, he told me about him, how he liked things to be done and things to be communicated. And then I told him a little bit about myself or whatever. And then he asked, well, how you want to run? How you like to run? Shit, I'm like, till these motherfucking wheels roll up off this motherfucker. Shit, I come to make money. Shit, I ain't trying to say that no. You know what I mean? You get the runs, I'm going. You feel me? I don't mind driving. Like, driving ain't... I didn't work in the warehouse my whole life. You know what I mean? So this shit right here is... this shit really... It ain't no physical work besides... It's more mental than physical because you're dealing with road conditions, aggressive road rage drivers, ignorant drivers, yeah, weather, all that. You feel me? So yeah, till the wheels fall off. We're like, okay, buddy, I'd like to hear that. You know what I mean? So it wasn't a half hour later, he already got my first run, and I'm fresh out of orientation. You got your run. So run was they didn't have a trailer there at the terminal. I had to go grab a trailer at another spot. I grabbed that trailer, had to go to another spot in Illinois and get loaded with the load. Now he tells me that this is a high value load. I need you to go straight and drive from here all the way to Columbus, Ohio from Illinois. You know what I mean? And get to this spot to where this lot where we can park at and shit that he felt like, you know, the load wouldn't be in no danger. So I do it, you know what I mean? There ain't nothing to turn music on. I hit the road, you know what I mean? But before I hit the road, so I'm trying to, you know, make sure that I'm doing everything right in the tablet. So I go to do, make sure that my pre-trip is handled. So I do my pre-trip around my truck, open the hood, I do all that. But I'm trying to make sure that it's logging in the tablet. So once again, I can't remember shit because it's different from where I just came from. I can't remember shit they just told me, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the hell? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get out and I ask the fleet manager, one of them. So I'm like, hey, man, I'm trying to make sure this inspection is logged in this tablet right, you know, but man, he looked at me and then looked kind of like, he said, man, I don't know shit about them tablets. You gonna probably ask one of the girls when they get back from orientation, you feel me? And I'm like, damn, I'm trying to get rolling. You know, I gotta go grab these straps. I gotta, you know, go get this trailer. So I go in there. Luckily, one of them was back from lunch, you know, so I asked her, she walked me through it. And I can't say this, you know, in orientation part, the people that we were dealing with in orientation is two women that we were dealing with in orientation that, even after orientation, when I had concerns and didn't know who to call, I called them, and it wasn't like they didn't want to answer the question. I won't, like you was bother them. They took time to try to walk me through the steps and all that, which is greatly appreciated. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I finally get on the road, pick up the load, get to Columbus, boom, handle my little drops in Columbus, go drop that empty trailer and pick up, the next trailer in Circleview, Ohio. And then now the boy is off to Connecticut. I had a couple drops in Connecticut at Costco's, 2 different Costco's. Did that, boom, boom. So dude like, dang, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm on that. You feel me? So now I had pick up a load and I had to go to Connecticut. I went to Connecticut, which was the Costco's, my fault. So I had to go pick up a load in New Jersey, which is the load I got now. And delivery, the live unload ain't until tomorrow. So I got here last night at the Pilot. Here at the Pilot, which you can see. I've been here since last night. And really, your boy, I was lucky to find a parking space because at these truck stops, boy, they be deep in them things, you feel me? So I found a parking space and I've been hunkered down since last night. But overall, to cut this, I want to make it to where it can get posted. Overall, my short time with HMD is, they said you're going to get miles, that you ain't going to be sitting long. And he been delivering on that. Family oriented, and I can't say for the most part, depending on who you call, it is that. Some people you call, they kind of like, I don't know. You gotta call such and such, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you call safety, and got any concerns or whatever, they stay on the phone and make sure that you're doing everything correctly or whatever, or make sure that, you get stuff, fixed or handled, to make sure that you in compliance, as far as federal and DOT, rules and all that. So I can't say that. So, HMD Trucking is where it's at, you know what I'm saying? And for Swift and JB Hunt, shut the door because you too busy judging people on their past instead of looking at who the person is today, because we all done something, and we all done changed and became the people we are today. At the end of the day, it's y'all loss. You feel me? Because there's a million trucking companies out here. Y'all not the only ones. You know what I'm saying? So my advice to anybody is, if you get doors shut, don't get stuck on one company, because there's a million out here. Just make sure you do your research and make sure that the company is a legit company that is you're going to get paid and they got the miles to give you so you can make that money for your family. But once again, Smokey Bear, the trucker, and I'm out.